So we've been here, really enjoying playing a chaotic neutral or lawful evil, not the dumb way of playing him, I might add. Yes. I find that most people that play, like, chaotic neutral, and they're like, that's just what my character would do. It's like, insane is any alignment, not just chaotic neutral. So healing isn't my domain, right? I've been here, right? Alright, somebody with a light spell. You. You know that light would actually be useful in a dark area. I've been here, but... Yeah, so the spells that you have, if you're a cleric, then and you can convert to healing, then you have healing capability that's decent.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
I find those more most interesting in moral dilemma scenarios. Yeah, like chaotic neutral is untethered to any particular ideals that's anyone else's necessarily, even your own to some extent. It doesn't mean you're insane. A lot of people make that mistake, and then they just go like batty, but never truly chaotic neutral because they think they have to always do what's whimsy. The alignment I can play, but I have like the most difficulty with is lawful good. Like I DM, I'm a forever DM, so I do lawful good. I find probably fine, but man, is it not? It's not great for me. I like options, which there's a surprising amount of option you can have with a lawful good. I tried to convince one of my friends that it's not the worst alignment, it's just not for me. Like if I am going to play a paladin, I'm going to be an SOB. I'm going to be a cantankerous punk. Doesn't mean I'm going to go, you know, like you're saying there, murder hobo. That's not an alignment chart. I know, right? But actually, probably closest one is chaotic evil. That's murder hobo. Don't talk to anyone. Kill, kill, kill. The most compelling chaotic evil characters I've ran into were the ones that were that, you know, had a family or actually cared about things. Not even that is murder hobo, right? Because they, like, even though they're chaotic, doesn't mean there's not reason. I like to say that chaos doesn't mean there's no reason, because it's just chaos and reason are opposing. No, the reason itself could be really, really, like, awful, dumb, as far as some people are concerned. They lost their last lollipop a few years ago, and that was it. Like, yeah, sometimes it's simple as that. But like I was saying about the most compelling, like, evil characters, I like how some of them have families that they actually care about, they actually love. Because just because they're the opposite of lawful good doesn't mean they don't care about things. Maybe they're just trying to make their kingdom the best. Only theirs, at any cost. And the ways they do it is pretty bad. If anyone's wondering what I'm trying to do, I am trying to find the hidden disciples. I think that was one of the quests. It has been a while since I last played, so I think that was one of the quests here, possibly. To be fair, it depends on the system as well. After all, there are differences in D&D and Pathfinder alignments. There is. Oof. I've always liked Corgan Blood Axe from Baldur's Gate 2 as an example. I don't remember that game very well. I played a lot. So, you know, I did, but I just forget these things. Oh. Well, we got experience for that. Neat. Very little. It's the dwarf. Okay. You know what? That kind of, like, recalled a picture, sort of. I think I know what you're talking about. And that's where a very powerful demon lies. against a party level 4s. That's fair. Alright. Use Trunk to go against Gap. Why would we do that? What would happen if we fail? Huh. Just a Berserk Dwarf early on. Yeah. I think I kind of remember that. Like, I remember Fallout Baldur's Gate 1 a little bit more than 2, but I remember liking 2 more than 1. A bit. I think my favorite part about 1 is beating up Drist. Only because he was everywhere. Drizzlet or whatever people like calling him. I need to go over on this side. Yeah, probably here-ish. Okay, so maybe I'm supposed to be looking for a shimmer, but I'm not finding it. Where are we going? Several aspects in Baldur's Gate 1 I like as well. But yeah, Boulder 2 is better. 2 really made sure to make you feel like it was AD&D, the computer version. And sometimes it's hard to make your characters feel super heroic in a video game, especially in old D&D, because I love the system. Don't get me wrong. But kind of the way to do it is just to make everyone feel like a hero of sorts. Did I just take the long road? Yes, I did. That's exactly where I went. Oh, that was dumb. Alright, so... they're writing low in the updated D&D, but like grounded stuff in 1. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so where am I supposed to be going? Right? Oh, and Ember is like way the hell over there. Okay. It's kind of why I like Kingdoms over Wrath of the Righteous. Ooh, hopefully it's not that bad for this one. I heard good things, but whenever I see people play this game, it's... well, not see them play, but see what they have to say about the game. It's usually like they played to a certain point, roughly here even, and then they just kind of stopped because they realized they made their characters wrong. Which is probably the realization I'm going to have. I just meant story-wise. Oh. Alright. I thought it was fine so far, but maybe it gets kind of jank. Then counterbalancing's a can of worms. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing that, but that's kind of how Owlcat makes their games a little bit. Like, I looked at the stats and I'm like... I remember the Kingmaker. You run into the Ratkin. The Rogue Ratkin. Man, that's insane. What were they on? Freaking like level 9 to 10 creatures. You're like level 3. I know you didn't have to do that encounter. But it's kind of out of the way if you just leave it. You have to come back to it later. Only so much time in Kingmaker. You know what I mean? Pathfinder is like Baldur's Gate 1.5 or a half. Wrath of the Righteous is Throne of Baal. Yeah, I actually kind of like how the special abilities in Baldur's Gate 2 kind of like congealed. Made your characters special. That was basically the only way they could do it in a game like AD&D, to be honest. And I thought it was alright. The story was good. Minx, of course, was a great character, and you know, that's why you see him everywhere. Like, cereal boxes and everything, basically. I gave him the talking sword. I forgot what it was called, but it was like... it was always talking, and so is Minsk, so... they might as well have been chatting with each other. Oh yeah, Slayer mode. Okay. Let me check the journal again. Is there a quest here? Wait, I never got to do that? Damn it. Should have ran to the drink as hell itself was spilling out. Lilicore, I'll show your guts some sunlight. Yeah, that was such a cool sword. And then giving it to Minsk, it was a great idea. Just because his wills, or I don't remember what it was called back then, but mental saves basically were just atrocious, as it should be for an insane guy like him. But the sword made you immune to that stuff, so he was just run in and kick butt. It was great. Okay. Uh-huh. Wait. So next time I stream this, I should play this a little bit beforehand. Not really play it, but look at what's going on. That was a mistake. Jumping right back in. Whoops. I was like, Viconian, not gonna lie, in Edwin. He's hilarious. there were some really well-written characters in that game. That was back when writing was pretty decent. Had to be for Baldur's Gate, to be honest. Or I can go back and find and kill him. Hmm. Okay, so this is the warning. Okay, that's what the timer is for. Telling me that I only have so much time to do this chapter, or it's going to be gone. I like that Baldur's Gate had so many options, but they obviously lacked content. If you were to go back to Baldur's Gate 1 compared to like a game like this, character creation concepts they pale in comparison. It's the story writing, the way the game flows. That's the important aspects. That's actually kind of what many RPGs are missing nowadays. Because so much is built on what your character can do. Like, oh, I got a plus 2d6 sneak attack damage, and, you know, I turn into Optimus Prime at level 5. No, it's... like, sometimes just having something that's more character-based, story-wise, is important. Want to tip about Ramian? But it's a bit iffy if you don't know. Everything's built for you, instead of just putting you there. Hmm. That's not an RPG. Yeah. It's a railroad. It's a train ride. Some people enjoy the trip. Some people like having options and knowing what's going on. Sorry, I'm just staring at the screen, folks. Sometimes blah blah blah. People barred, found somewhere. Yeah, whatever. Alright. So, wait. Is there not a quest for me to look for some people? I guess it'd be errands. It's gotta be. Errands complete. Complete. Uh-huh. Okay, so maybe I'm really not looking for anyone here. I thought I was looking for somebody, though. Wasn't I asked to? Get rid of the check mark at the bottom. Hmm. Might be easy to find. Thank you. By the way. I was playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead the other day, and I ran into the one of the NPCs that was written in an unfortunate way, and I was reading it like it was an unfortunately written character, and all my viewership just left. Oh man, that's a lesson learned. Still probably do it again though, because that's what I do. All right, so I need to find the prelude or late. Okay. So I found him here, right? Yeah, let's go here. I haven't played it a bit, so I might not know the NPC in question. So I'm trying to find. I think I'm supposed to be finding the disciples and also the prelate, a judgmental guy. Wow. Okay, she decided not to run. So everyone has to run around this way. Oh, I meant CDDA. Oh, in CDDA. Oh man, I forgot. It started with an R. I'll call him Roski or something for now. Hopefully that wasn't a slur. Just thought about that. But he's a cyborg. Oh, found him. All right. He's a cyborg, and he's written really. You know, somebody out there tried. Let's put it that way. I just have a little dislike for the character only because it's like, if you never played CDDA, it's one of those games that was written in as like high futuristic apocalypse style, and it's starting to get a bit more realistic over time. One of the things they wanted to get rid of was not necessarily the high futuristic, but make it harder to get. So what they did was they got rid of the cybernetics, kinda, and they made it harder to get. But in turn, they turned around and made it so that guy gives you cybernetics and even implants them for you. It's like, huh. Makes him a mecha. Do we still have zappers? There are zappers of sorts. Oh, it's just one of those guys. Yeah, becomes a very important vendor. And the writing, there's writing at least. They usually try to avoid NPCs, but it's unfortunate. The Inquisitor gives you an appraising look. Well, what brings you to me? Attack the Ramian. He is not your enemy. He only wants what's good for Canabris. He gives me a blank look. I would consider those words as an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift. Yeah, you don't want to get spanked, friend. And I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser, Ramian. Yeah. Thanks, broken lore with CBM-less zombies, electrics. Yeah. When they made it so CBMs had to be found off bodies, I was like, oh, you could find it off the shocker zombies and things that actually have CBMs. Then they got rid of it. And a little bit more experience. I won't ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faith will hunt him down. Man, you're just a dick. You're just a dick, yeah. You cross the street, kill him! Whole muscle body of, the whole body of electric eels is it's muscle, and you can create a small zone of high electricity in water. Yeah, it is. Yep. I kind of like the way CBMs worked in Kata. I like the way they used to self-install. But it's a different game. Still fun, more or less. Hashtag put zappers in magicalism. They kind of do, a little bit. Spells, anyways. Alright, so... I wonder if you get pissed off if I just keep asking him, remind me, who are you again? There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to hide it. I remember think about this one. I got experience for it. I won't hear another word. Demons are hiding underground. That's a safe mentality. I mean, I know things are just happening right now, but God, man. Like, man, they're in my toothbrush even. They're waiting for you to for the perfect moment to crawl up to the surface. Wait, are you trying to lure me away from here too, aren't you? With narrowed eyes, he scans you from head to toe. His eyes glow for a moment. Are you perhaps a cultist too? Oh, of course I am. I'm gonna just totally admit to it. Oh, I just dropped, didn't I? No? Okay. Want to help your friends underground, do you? Well, you don't fool me. I won't take a single step away from here. And if you keep talking such nonsense, I'll have you strung up for treason. Sure, sure. Yeah. Prelate, your forces are needed some elsewhere. Erebeth Tearblade, warden of the city, is gathering troops in the Defender's Heart Tavern to strike against the demons. That's fair, actually. Who now? Tearblade? Dead upstart warden of the city? Yeah, kind of, you know, a little bit better than you. Just saying. I suppose I've already been written off for dead. This isn't sedition. This is outright insurrection. Are you... Wow, this guy's stupid. God. How'd he get here? Well, I mean, maybe he went insane from this happening. That could be a thing. I'm loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such a blatant observation of power. We have no hope in defeating the enemy if there's disorder within our own ranks. I'm going over there right now and see what Erebeth is up to. Cool. God, you suck. Ember peers intently at Halrun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. Halrun curls his lips up in disgust, folding it over his face and skull somehow. Met you, I did. What is this slow-witted little slattern talking about? You know, there's a pit right there. I just push you, just and the problem's gone. You suck. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and oh god, that turned fucking fast. And then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. And then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then that was with good reason. Yeah, okay. You say so, buddy. You just, you know, you say that in the mirror every night. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire. That is a crime in itself. I will hang myself now. Which means that you've been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would reveal your case and see that your sentence is fully fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with now. Whoa, this is Galarian. Yeah, he didn't look that way the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. She smiles broadly and draws a large bushy mustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. He sucks ass. No, I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. If you really wanted to protect his city, he really wanted to protect the city, but he got all mixed up about who is good and who is evil. Yeah, that's... He sent an innocent child to be burned at a stake. I mean, this was years ago, and she's young now. She's like, what, teens? Clearly. I don't know how elves... she's an elf, so I don't know how elves age in this universe. I imagine if it's like 2nd edition D&D, then, you know, take forever to become an adult. I think 3rd edition D&D just made it so... I don't know, they're like age at the same time as humans and then take forever being, you know, 18. They usually look young, always. That's fair. Harley, anyone can look innocent. Remember the storyteller? Yeah. He looks pretty young. No. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about the crow that's always flying about her? Sedition. Evil? Flying across the street without a license. I advise you to take a closer look at... this is like lawful stupid. This character. I advise you to take a closer look at this little lamb, innocent lamb of yours. And if you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. And suspicion is illegal. It's always pointed out that he looks very old, which is odd for an elf. Yeah, he is. From what I understand, I think he's like thousands of years old. Um, you'll, and he's like wandering from one like battlefield to another, never contributing. He just, well, I guess he kind of contributes, only if something's given to him. You'll forgive him after what he did to him? Or did you? Sure. He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Yeah, let's go. Oh, yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. She waves to Halloran with a carefree smile. Halloran grimaces and turns away, burned by the fact that she didn't die in a fire with her parents that might have did something wrong, but she didn't. Can I attack him now? Hey, Halloran. Hey, Halloran. Hey, Halloran. Okay, we're done. I mean, I like that idea of her, but he hasn't he clearly hasn't changed at all over 50 years or so. Yeah.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Okay, so we're done with this one, right? Yeah, so now I go talk to him about that. Okay, and he was over here. Roughly. Just do the multi-click thing. For anyone that's watching, the way I turn, or like, you can turn the, where your formation is by just holding the mouse button, or whatever console you're playing it on, and just turning it a little bit. I keep doing that so I can make sure the formation's more or less accurate. So far, I'll see how Ember plays out. She seems alright. I decided to go with... I forgot which of the mongrel people. I kind of forgot what they call themselves. Nethers? The girl. Wolfram or something like that? Ooh, I don't remember her name. She sucks. But I went with her anyways. Just because I'm playing kind of a dickish character a little bit. I managed to calm Homer down a little bit, but he seems hell-bent on driving you out of the city once demon attack has been repelled. Ramian's head lowers. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, it makes my blood boil. I will leave Kenabres, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. You're Beth Terrorblade of the Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Heart Tavern. You'd be very useful there. I fear my presence would be ill-advised. Even though you managed to reason with our mutual friend, this side of me might mitigate, or might reignite the Inquisitor's zeal. I'll make myself useful elsewhere. Alas, the city has a great many souls in need of a cleric's aid. Hey, you found him. Yeah. Yeah, nice experience. I learned something today. Alright, so... Strange rituals... Okay, so I guess I don't have to find his people. As do I. I thank you for listening to me and defending me. Now it is my turn to go out into the ruins in search of people who need help, and I shall give it. I mean, for somebody that could turn invisible, it's not the worst option. I just wouldn't rely on invisibility, that's all. I always fail that check for some reason. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like saving every 5 seconds, it feels like. For anyone that's watching, it's kind of what I'm doing. I think that's it for this area. I plan on going everywhere. We didn't use way too many resources. Mr. Man here can heal himself. I also have healing potions. Kind of forgot about that. Probably not... Yeah, not too many, though. We really downed those after a few fights. Okay, so we're going to leave this area. Because I think we hit every other place up. Pretty sure I went here. That was where Ember was. We went in there. That's where the Fireball Man was. Really wrecked us. Actually, the fight beforehand... God, that one spanked us good. The, mass cause light wounds. That'd be pretty fun to play a cleric that does that. That splash damage is good. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Longsword. Crossbows usually sell higher than that, but I understand why they didn't do that for this game. Masterwork equipment is bad enough. It's worth money. Always collect it. Well, up until way later in the game, but I still even collected at that point. No masterwork, no takey. That's a... yeah. That is correct. Don't like Camilla much. I'm sure she might have a character arc that makes her... I don't know. Interesting. For Camilla, not liking her much. Did this turn? What? She's so like Octavia with her looks. Yeah. Where did... Did the map turn? I feel like the map turned. Yeah, okay. It did, kinda. So I'm here now. What the hell? It just looks a bit weird. Yeah, it throws me off. What? I visited this location? When? Alright, okay, you know what? Just move on. No better time for a banquet. Yeah, let's head over here. Do I need certain characters, recommended companions? Okay, it does the nice thing. It tells you who should be in the party. That's good. But first, we go here. It'll take an hour. No. I'll take a sip of my coffee. Oh, pause first. I just pressed every key I could. Oh, is this a forced encounter? I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, I guess it might be. I have no idea what this is, so... Oh, not the horse. Hey, junk on the floor. Oh. Wow, that was a lot of fail right there. Hey, fancy sword of detriment. That doesn't sound good. Wait, is that an actual cursed weapon? No, it's just extra damage. That's cute. Okay. Alright. Not sure, but I mean it forced you into the screen. That's fair. You're completely correct on that. Bloodshot. Why would I collect a... That's fine. Oh. Nenio. And then... Oh, here we go. Are you gonna watch someone else die and then finally do something after 30 seconds?
Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
Your hair is... It's a crime against gravity. How much starch did you use in your hair? God. Cool character design, though.
An audience. Problematic, but not critical. You there, boy. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
Who are you calling boy? Boy? Actually, I don't think my character cares. He's a dick, but he's just not that like, yeah. What are you doing here? Oh.
Who's that? I don't know her.
Usually they don't ask that question.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
She sounds convincing.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Alright. That's amusing so far.
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
A spoon.
We will not answer to you.
Ooh. Burn.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wasn't he like a glaive guy?
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
Which one, though? Anyways. That's a cool name. I like that. Isergal. It's like almost German a little bit. Made of bread adamantine. Oh, that's so beefy.
That is correct. But still, boy, no prompting, please.
Alright, girl.
This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
Oh, sacred animal... Minotaur? No. I don't know. Bull?
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
No, that doesn't feel right. It's gotta be a... Maybe it's a Minotaur.
Yep. And a cow.
Oh. Nope, I was wrong. Auroch. It was actually mentioned before. Auroch's modern life.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two. It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet
So a giant
really
ancient
is,
bull, huh?
let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
So the Aurochs are basically underground. They are kind of big, shaggy bulls. Come to think of it. The most dangerous aspect of them is usually like, well, herds. They'll just run you over. So you gotta basically be wall climbing or whatever. They're dangerous in that regard.
Damn it. She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Well, it depends on what you plow. Ba-doom-tsh.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
I'll say nothing. She did ask me to be quiet.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
Just getting them desperate to answer a question.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
Wow.
B-A-P-H-O-M-E-T. Screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
What? That sounds like right a guy would do just to be silly. Okay.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
I'm assuming there's more than just the two of you.
The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
Thank you to everyone who supported me through the streams and videos. My awesome wife, my awesome moderator, along with my subscribers on Twitch. And a huge thank you to those who simply watch the videos and just lurk during the streams. I also want to thank my Patreon support. Thank you, Zayla WotR. If you liked the video, please follow the channel and share the video. Have a good day.